Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about a super important tool you should be using when you're playing Raid in order to make the game a lot more enjoyable and heck, even better. So in this video I'm going to go through this new tool called Gestal, or Gestal, I don't know. Maybe I should have learned the name of the app I'm going to be talking about, but I'm telling you, it's an absolute game changer. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. And don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday for free account takeovers. And if you want to support the channel for free, you can do so by downloading Raid from my premium download link, which is going to set you off with 4 amazing champions as soon as your first week, and you're also going to have 48 hours to use the promo code section for an extra amazing legendary champion. But now, let's get into it. Right, so here's what the tool looks like, and I'm telling you, this has really improved the way I enjoy Raid right now, especially with the free gear removal. Like, this thing really makes the game a lot more pleasant, I can tell you that much. And I gotta say, one of the best features in this thing is something Raid are really gonna hate. If you go to options, you can actually turn off the goddamn pop-ups, dude. Free-to-play mode, automatically close purchase offer pop-ups. This is an absolute game changer, I can tell you that much. Right now the game refuses to give me a single pop-up so I can show you how cool this is, but by the end of the video surely we're gonna see a pop-up or two. Either way, what is this tool gonna help you with? Well, basically anything in the game, this tool is probably gonna make it much better. It is pretty close to what RSL Helper is, but I gotta say RSL Helper has been pretty buggy for me. I've had a lot of crashes with it, the updates are super long, after a patch happens had to wait like quite a few days for them to actually figure it out, whereas with this tool I've been using it for a couple of weeks now and I have not had a single issue with it. I'm not even kidding, it is just that good. No, actually there was a single issue. There was a time where this thing was stuck at loading and it wasn't syncing for some reason, but obviously a restart helps. And another thing this program is cool with is if you actually click the plus sign, this is gonna help you log in several different Raid accounts at the same time, which definitely is pretty amazing. It opens up another Plarium for you and you get to have yourself a second or even third or fourth instance of the game. I haven't really tested this, so don't quote me on this one, but I think that's exactly what this thing does. It opens up an extra Plarium for you, and you can click from here and change profile. And yeah, here it is. I can click play on this account as well, and I will have 2 different Raid accounts at the same time, which is huge. Anyway, the really cool part about this program is you can actually have yourself a global preset on all of your champions. So this means if you've already built most of your champions you're using on a daily basis in arena and dungeons, all of that nonsense, you have yourself some top tier builds already saved up. But when it comes down to things like faction wars and such, you will need to be re-gearing a lot of your champions with some other things. And look at this. Right now for Sylvan Watchers I'm using this guy as my nuker, but I don't use him literally anywhere else right now, so he literally stays naked most of the time. The rest of the idiots I'm using definitely are already geared for the most part. I think they all have everything they need, but this guy I always have to remember to actually give him this preset, which is definitely used on all sorts of other champions, like on my Seer, on my Raphael, and so on and so forth. But with Gestal, all I gotta do is, after I've done myself a preset, I just have to find myself the preset I'm using, click the little t-shirt, and that is gonna equip my champions for me without me having to do absolutely anything else. Here it is. Didn't even require a confirmation, and now my freaking Faction Wars team is ready for whatever without me having to lift a finger once I've actually set it up. And after I'm done with this, all I gotta do is actually restore my champions back to the way they were with the little restore button. For this to work, you gotta create yourself a snapshot of your account. Once you've actually equipped your champions with gear you're happy with, this is gonna be a safe point you could be restoring back into. And here's what that looks like. Here, this is gonna restore free champions with their gear, and Cowlight is gonna be naked again. And here it is. It's pretty quick, like it's just a second per champion or something like that. Cowlight is back with no gear, and the rest of the idiots got back their gear. This has really been a very huge quality of life change for me, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. For Faction Wars, every time I gotta re-gear at least a couple of champions for each faction, but I've already done that for the most part. I got myself Ogren, I got myself Knights Revenant, Undead Hordes, Bannerlords, Dark Elves, Demon Spawn, Lizardman, Sacred, Skinwalkers, and Sylvan Watchers. What I'm noticing is I don't have Dwarf set up already, so might as well do that, and for that to happen, I'm just gonna do myself a quick little preset, basically with the champions I normally use, with the gear I normally use for it, and this way, once the Dwarf faction opens up for Faction Wars, I will be able to do that nice and quick. We use our Trunda here, but look at how much champions I'm gonna have to mess up if I want to be using this. In this case, I'm gonna be messing up my Wallmaster plus my Calamitas, but it's definitely worth, so we don't have to waste too much time with Faction Wars. Hilvi, definitely not the best to be in Mercurial in here. I would much rather have her in a much faster gear instead, or heck, into a bolster set, but in this case I don't need her in bolster. Here we go, slightly faster, healthier, all of that. Might as well do that. Poland, he's not gonna be used in here actually now that I said it. My Newt, we can change it into something a lot more smackier like this thing, although this is gonna mess up a lot of things, so I'd much rather just use these, I guess. Might as well fix up my Hilvi again. This was not the best example, I guess, but it is what it is. Let's just give her some other ring. This one looks decent. Let's do that. And lastly, Tormin, I'm not really gonna touch too much. He's in a whatever build at this point. He's just utility for this faction for me. And the really important part, let's gear our Demifa with a bolster set. There we go. Equipping, and look at how much freaking champions we had to mess up, guys. This I have to do on a daily basis 2 or 3 times for each faction. Whereas now, once we've done this, all I gotta do is create myself a new team preset, name it Dwarves, and now I gotta add the champions we just slapped into this new gear. There we go. And we select the champions, Hilvi, Newt, Tormin, and not you, Demifa. Add preset. There we go. All of the gear is already loaded up here. No need to apply it. It's already applied. And I just moved this into my Faction Wars section. And as soon as Faction Wars happens, all of my champions are gonna be ready for whatever. And the beautiful part, after I'm done with it, all I gotta do is just restore back to the save point. And honestly, this has been something I'm kind of shocked Raid hasn't done already, but yeah, let's restore back to the snapshot. This one is gonna take a little bit longer because it's quite a few champions to restore, but look at it. So look at it go, chat. If I didn't have this thing, I had to do this by hand, which definitely is not ideal, but there we go. Everybody's back to their former glory. Trunda has nothing on her, and so on and so forth. A really, really huge quality of life change, guys. I can tell you that much. And this you can be using on all sorts of different places. Like, for me, I've created myself a preset for Faction Wars for sure, but I also have created myself a Chimera preset when I need that. I've created myself a Hydra preset so I don't have to re-gear everybody by hand again. And basically, the more I play the game with this tool, the easier it's gonna get. Like, for every harder piece of content, I will just be able to go back to a save point, equip all of my champions with the gear I know is gonna work, and just have that saved. Once the occasion comes up, I just load it, and everything is gonna be right as rain. So yeah, this is the biggest feature, which I'm definitely happy to be using this tool for, and it's gonna be even more amazing for things like freaking Curse City. Like, for Curse City, you will not believe how much gear I'm gonna have to move for the harder stages. Like, this one, for instance, is gonna be an absolute bitch. I'm gonna have to re-gear so many champions here, because as you guys see, there's literally nobody I can actually use here. Like, we don't have amazing damage dealers, we don't have amazing supports, we just have some basic bitch epics here, which I've definitely blasted through as hard as I can to make it as easy as I can, but the frickin' Tarichka at the beginning is still gonna be an absolute bitch. But with this tool, I'm just gonna have to set it once and remember to load it up from Gestal next time, and that is gonna be equipping the champions with exactly what I need them to be. This is definitely the biggest feature for me, but of course we also have other things like the optimizer. With this thing, I get to optimize my champions to how I want them to be looking like. Like, for instance, I did do a test for me with Folan, which right now is definitely not geared with the best gear on my account. He's just having something for the sake of having something. Like, it's not top tier, that's for sure. Here's what it looks like right now. Definitely nothing to write home about. It's usable, but if I was using Fallen everywhere, I would build him in a much bigger, better gear than this. And with Gestal, I can do that. Here it is, Fallen Foulbeard, still. And yeah, basically, you get to choose what kind of stats you want to be looking at with this guy. Here we go, how much attack we want to have on him. At a bare minimum, right now he's at 5,500, 6,000 maybe. Maximum, let's say 9,000. Don't want to go too crazy overboard. I don't care about HP or defense. As for speed, let's make it 220, but no further than 280. Crit cap him. Don't go too crazy with the crit. Nothing more than 110. Minimum crit damage 300. Maximum 400, I say. And the rest we kind of don't care. What kind of mode are we looking for? We're going for damage. We don't really care about this here. I'm not super good with this optimizer. Have you noticed? But yeah, you could be going for damage, or you could be going for survivability. For the sets, you could be choosing from whatever the hell you have on your account. It's a little bit clunky, but in my case, I'm just gonna be going for 9-piece Merciless, and we can select that so it doesn't look for sets from anything else. And you click optimize, and you're gonna see yourself a few builds, and you pick the one you like the most. Like right now, we have close to 6,000 attack on my old build, less than 200 speed. The crit damage is 255, which is an absolute joke for my account. But if I really wanted to use my big good gear, I could go 8,000 attack, 220 speed, 326 crit damage, which is definitely gonna be quite the slapping machine indeed. But of course, for this to work, you still gotta know a thing or two about what you want to be looking for out of your champions. So yeah, you gotta know what kind of stats you're looking for out of the dudes so that Gestal can actually optimize well for you. After you're happy with a build, you can just tell it equip it in game. Let me just show it how it equips it real time. Equip in game, and there you go. Right now it's gonna take gear from a lot more champions, and I can save this as a champion preset, equip it, and this broke so many builds for me, but thank God we have our screenshot, so we're gonna just restore it back to what it was. Look at how many champions are gonna get their gear back, and there you go, one after the other, back to being a basic bitch. That's not all of it though. That's not all the functionality this tool has. We also have some standard stuff like auto battler, which also can queue food for you. With this thing, here we go, you can start auto battle. Right now it does have food champions ready for whatever, and I can also level up food champions. Here we can choose the food queue, and here we go. I can select more chickens. I can tell it to auto sell. I can tell it to stop on defeat, stop on low energy, heck, even on event milestone, which is pretty cool, stop on champion maxed, and so on and so forth. Right now it doesn't have super raids. I can click super raids on, and you gotta select yourself a champion for it to be the fixed champion. So this is gonna be our campaign farmer. Without this, it's not gonna allow it to actually start farming with food in the queue section. But yeah, we click super raids, and let's click the start. There we go, clicked. It turned it into super raids for us, and it's gonna be doing the thing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the auto battle because I don't need to be farming food right now, but doing it for science. Good stuff. Right, what else does this thing have? Well, we also have ourselves the mercy counter, and it even remembers what exactly you have been opening. Like here we go, for the void shard, it's gonna tell me exactly what kind of stuff we've been opening. And if you guys been looking at the channel, you know I was pretty blessed on the last void shard opening indeed. Got ourselves Cecilia, got ourselves Chagur, that kind of stuff. It also remembers what we opened in ancient shards from sacreds. It hasn't seen sacreds for me yet, neither primals. So yeah, pretty cool tool indeed. If you keep it open at all times, it's gonna actually track good stuff for you, and it's gonna tell you when you're close to mercy and whatnot. And lastly, we also have the fusion planner. Here it is. When there's a fusion happening, it's gonna be loading up the calendar for you here, so you can just check it out without having to go to Twitter or something else, which is kind of cool. It also shows you how much fragments you're gonna be getting, what's overlapping with what, and so on and so forth. Definitely kind of cool. So yeah, that's really about it. I'm definitely happy using this tool quite a lot. Kind of a damn shame we didn't see a single shop offer all this time, so you guys can see how cool it is for this thing to be closing the freaking things on auto for you. But yeah, apparently they don't want to sell anything to me right now. Would you look at that? Okay, got ourselves some gems and shards, not the worst, but it's simply not selling anything for me right now. Bruh, kinda annoying, not gonna lie, but fine raid, keep your secrets. But I'm telling you, auto closing this thing for me, definitely a godsend. It takes a little bit used to not rushing to close the goddamn offer as soon as you see it, but it's definitely pretty good. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be awesome. And don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday for free account takeovers. Do let me know in the comments if you guys are using this tool, or do you still prefer RSL Helper. If you want to support the channel for free, download the game from my premium download link and start Raid the right way with 4 amazing champions as soon as your first week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Kris 05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.